What's good, man? I'm sitting out here by the pool, and I was just listening to what Shedeur Sanders said in an interview, and he was saying how he know at this point he's better than a lot of starters in the league. And I'm listening to a lot of white folks. I'm gonna keep it 100. A lot of white folks, commentators, getting up in arms, getting pissed off. Pretty much saying what they say about a lot of black athletes, especially with influence. They just need to shut up and play, stay in their place. One thing I don't understand is why are black folks still supporting the NFL as much as y'all are? I really been watching the NFL with one eye, side eye, ever since Colin Kaepernick. Why are black folks still watching this NFL as much as y'all are? Please get in the comments and answer that. When we look at the Shedeur Sanders situation, one thing I notice is when you have a black father that's been there every day of your life, you have a legacy. Your father built a legacy and you want to continue his legacy. Because what people will say is, well, what about Cam Ward? What about all the other black quarterbacks? But we know Shedeur and Shilo Sanders are a little bit different than all the other black quarterbacks. A lot of them, for one, he didn't come from the single mother struggle story where a white savior came and saved him. He came from a father that beat the odds, got his kids after a divorce, raised his kids, and put his sons in position to carry on the legacy that he started. And I honestly believe white America hate that. It seems like white America hate proud fathers raising proud sons. And especially when you look at the NFL, because no matter how much they hated on LeVar Ball, who's a proud black father raising black sons, they still gave all three of his sons a chance to get in the NBA. No matter how much they hated on him, and not just put him on the bench or up under the bench like they do in Shedeur. And Shedeur in college did a whole lot better than the Ball brothers did in college. But when we look at the NBA and the NFL, the NBA is far less racist than the NFL. The NBA, if I'm not mistaken, have black owners. The NFL don't. There was something to say about the NFL and the NBA, and I think the scariest thing to the NFL is to ever have a LeBron-type person in the NFL. Whereas you look at a Shedeur Sanders. If Shedeur Sanders ever hit the field, if Shedeur Sanders ever live up to the hype, because see, the NBA allowed LeBron to live up to the hype, and he did, but look at the influence that came from LeBron. LeBron changed the game in a money type of way. The way he structured his deals, the way he said, I'm taking my talents here, I'm taking my talents there, and he influenced other players. The financial influence of LeBron changed the NBA. And what the NFL do not want is a Shedeur Sanders to have the LeBron type situation in the NFL. The NFL is for old white men running ninjas. That's why you don't hear NFL players doing what NBA players do, especially when it comes to the money. Even when we saw with the Colin Kaepernick situation, them black players did not stand up for Colin Kaepernick. They didn't. The NFL wants to control black players, and they doing it. And all they need is Shedeur Sanders to live up to the hype, and he start moving in the way his father moved. The way his father went from team to team, picking up bags at this team, picking up bags at that team, and winning and living up to the hype. To where other players on other teams are looking at him for advice. And see, what them white folks do not want is Shedeur Sanders to shake up the system in the NFL. Where other players like, I want to do what Shedeur do. I want that clause in my contract like Shedeur got. And the whole time his daddy grinning. His daddy saying, that's my son. Them my sons. The NFL don't want that. America don't want that. America don't like proud black fathers raising proud black sons. They don't. America would rather sons raised to be other than boys, other than males, other than men. America would rather promote a feminized black man than a strong black man raised by a strong black father. And that black father can sit back and say, that's my son, I'm proud of my son. America don't like that. That's why they put Shedeur under the bench. He probably won't play at all this year. Even if Joe Flacco got hurt and they put Dillon Gabriel in and Dillon Gabriel sucked, they won't put Shedeur in. If Dillon Gabriel get hurt, they'll just put Flacco back in. Shedeur probably won't see the field all season no matter what. They don't want this dude to show his talent. And I think even Cam Newton said it, even if he did get on the field, just like they did in preseason, they would sabotage his game. The coaches would put him in there with some bullshit plays to try to make him look bad, just like they did in that final preseason game. And Cam Newton was right about that. But we got to understand that the NFL do not want a Shedeur Sanders to make it. They don't. He would change the whole outlook of the NFL if he actually lived up to the hype. The NBA didn't mind LeBron living up to the hype. All that trash that LeVar Ball talked, they still took, LaMelo Ball, the other Ball brother, I can't think of his name right now, and even the one that's rapping, they gave him a shot. He didn't make it, but they did give him a shot. I think they gave him an honest shot. So all three of the Ball brothers, the NBA said, okay, we're going to give all of y'all a shot. They took the first one in the first round, but he stayed hurt. I can't even remember his name, but they took him. LiAngelo Ball, he balling. And Jello, he rapping, but they gave him a chance. They not doing that in the NFL. They not doing it in the NFL. They do not want black players. What they say, they don't want the inmates to run the asylum. That's what the NFL is saying. We do not want them niggas running the asylum. And that's why Shedeur slid from the first round to the fifth round. Everybody and their mama know Shedeur is a first round talent. Look at Cam Ward. How Cam Ward looking right now? How is Cam Ward looking right now? Who talking about Cam Ward? Nobody. How many jerseys Cam Ward selling? But they all talking about Shedeur. They are wearing his jerseys. That's telling you something. NFL don't want that. They don't care. They say, well, the NFL is about money. These are billionaires. Billionaires. They don't mind losing money. You know what I'm saying? To stand up for something. See, black folks, we got a scarcity mindset. These billionaires don't. They don't give a fuck. They'll lose $1 billion if it means that they standing on their principles. They standing on what they believe in. They don't care about the money loss. If they make $1 million or $10 million, they billionaires, so it don't matter to them. So when I look at this Shedeur Sanders thing, these are white folks standing on white folks' business. They do not want this brother to come in and change the league. They gonna make him scratch, crawl, and then what'll happen if he get in the games and he ball? Then they gonna make a shit ton of money off of him. Then they gonna flip it. They'll make it a redemption story. They love a black redemption. I made it, sir. I scratched. I crawled. I fought my way to the top. Then white folks love a redemption story like that when it comes to black people. Stay tuned. We're gonna see how this play out. I'm out.